It's time once again for That Business Show with Jamie and Kelly. That Business Show gives a voice to Tampa Bay's entrepreneurial community and highlights our community leaders, aiming to inspire and educate our listeners. Become a part of the entrepreneurial movement today by becoming a member of the Tampa Bay Business Owners and get your brand on air today. Visit TampaBayRadio.com for more information. All shows available on demand. Now, here are your hosts, Jamie and Kelly.
Hey, good morning, everybody, and welcome to That Business Show with Jamie and Kelly, where business becomes show business. Kelly Wilson, owner of Edge Business Community and also the Edge Magazine, joins us in studio this morning as well as co-host. So, Kelly, welcome into the program today.
Good morning. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday to you as well. How's everything going?
It's good. It's cold and rainy in Tampa Bay. It was kind of interesting. It's one of those gloomy northwest
there's a big blast
Midwest.
of Arctic air coming down throughout the continental United States. Fortunately, I think we're far enough south to benefit from it, though. It's a nice breezy, cool day.
Is. Yeah.
And I feel for the people that are getting wind chills, below zero right now.
I saw that, yeah. I think it might be cold here, but it's nothing compared to what everyone else is experiencing. So, but it's a nice change for us.
Yeah, I enjoy the 60-degree days.
Put on the boots.
50 to 60-degree mornings. I enjoy that. I mean, I grew up in the cold, though, so I'm used to it.
Just observation here. Every morning you're usually in a long sleeve shirt, right? Okay, so this morning when it's the coldest day that we actually have had in Tampa so far, you're in a short sleeve shirt.
I really don't pay attention.
Does that make any sense?
I just pick up a shirt off the ground and throw it on.
Wait a minute. You pick a shirt off the ground?
Yeah, a lot of stuff just ends up on the ground. Yeah, that's the life of a bachelor. Yeah, you have not seen how my house is and
At least
stuff.
half the time mine's on the couch.
Yeah, I mean sometimes it makes it
throw
to
it
the
onto the
hanger.
couch.
So a lot of times it's laid over the laundry or the dry cleaning's hung up somewhere. But yeah, it's all over the place. That's the life of a bachelor, though.
Is that right? Okay. Well,
it is clean though. It's just
on the floor.
Just to get it hung up and stuff. It's in some laundry basket somewhere. Yes. So, but yeah, that's what I'm saying. I just don't pay attention. So
how are you? You're good today?
I am doing great, as a matter of fact.
Any big plans for the weekend?
I'm going to go see Shinedown tonight. Shinedown and Five Finger Death Puncher in town today, and so they're at the Amalie Arena tonight.
Oh.
Many people out there listening to the program know that I love rock music, and so I'm kind of a dying breed out there. But no, I'm still a rocker. Grew up in the '80s and the rock metal scene, and so they're in town tonight. So I'll be stopping by the Amalie Arena and watching them tonight.
Well, that sounds exciting.
Yes. So on this edition of That Business Show, we're going to be talking about banking with Pilot Bank. We have Kevin Buckland, who is the Executive Vice President of Pilot Bank and President of NAFCO, in studio with us, along with Roy Helwich, who is the President and CEO of Pilot Bank. And we like to thank Pilot Bank because they are a sponsor of the Tampa Bay Business Owners. And we have Rita Lohman, who is off camera, and so they are joining us today in studio. So, gentlemen and Rita, welcome into the program today.
Welcome.
Good morning.
So, Roy, I will start with you. Tell us, about the vision and goal of Pilot Bank.
Oh, sure. It's interesting because Pilot Bank will be actually celebrating our 30th year anniversary in 2017. But I think if you ask most of the members of the team and the executive team, we believe our journey has really just begun. Over the last 6 years, we've been focused on building out a really, really unique model. We, as you know, we have a national aviation finance platform, which is absolutely unique for a community bank. We've been successful in raising 4 different capital scenarios and rebalance and recapitalize the bank. We have been focused on really a dynamic culture. We're attracting top-tier talent. You mentioned Rita. I think that's a great example. The type of talent that we're bringing in. We've been voted a top workplace now for the last 2 to 3 years. And, we have a great foundation for growth and prosperity. The market is turning to our favor. I'm sure you've been watching the merger and acquisition activity in community banking. We don't like that, frankly. We think that community banking has a real role in our nation going forward. Small business owners really need and benefit from true community banking, but nevertheless, there are fewer banks out there.
Yeah, I was going to say, how has Pilot Bank been able to, stand through this merger and acquisition, with all these community banks being, gobbled up by the larger banks?
It's interesting because the market for community banking has really, historically, banks have done everything from consumer lending, automobile lending, home equity lending, residential lending, commercial lending. For a lot of banks, that menu of product offering has really diminished and gotten somewhat one-dimensional toward commercial lending. And the regulatory environment, as I know you've spoken about before, has gotten extremely burdensome for banks. So the cost element is really high for a smaller bank. The fact that we've got a national aviation platform provides a unique source of earning assets or loans, for the bank. In addition, we've been able to attract capital, as I mentioned, when other banks, frankly, during the recession couldn't. And I think that's a testament to the team, the vision, and the fact that we have a really unique platform.
I want to talk with Kevin here. He's the president of NAFCO, and I know that Pilot Bank specializes in airline lending. That's where the name Pilot Bank comes from. Before I became familiar with it, I didn't really make that association. But
yeah, I thought that was kind of clever. I didn't notice that earlier on either.
So if you're out there in the market to buy a plane, you want to go to Pilot Bank. They specialize in it, and they know all about lending to pilots or people or aircraft owners. So Kevin, heading up the NAFCO division, must be exciting. What type of clients do you work with as it relates to aircraft, and are these individuals or corporations?
Yeah, well, heading up the aircraft division, yes, is very exciting, and it's a really fun job. As you all know, aviation finance isn't your traditional banking product. So the type of clients that we deal with, individuals, corporations, LLCs, partnerships. However, we focus on the owner flown market. We like our clients to be passionate, enthusiasts about aviation. So even when we do deal with corporations, the principals involved. We deal with.
Is buying a jet or a plane similar to buying a car? You go in there, you put 5-10% down, and you can walk out there the same day, or is it more of a process there? What's involved?
There is a lot of similarities. However, it's not as easy as buying an automobile. But as far as the amount down and in the structure, in the process, it is, believe it or not, it's a very quick and smooth process.
Is there like a lot for planes where they're sitting on a lot, like a car lot, that you would just go and kind of browse down the aisles and look for the plane that you want? Or is it something, it's obviously more custom built, I would think, and something that you're...
I don't know. I mean, all the different plane manufacturers out there, you probably go to their website, or you probably talk to a salesman, and then you talk to someone like Kevin over at Pilot Bank about the financing, and you all kind of work together on the deal?
Yeah, that's where we get our business. But you're right. You don't drive down the road and see a bunch of aviation dealerships in with a lot of inventory. So you do, a lot of the manufacturers are direct, and then also you have on your used market, it's a lot of brokerage.
Now, do you get involved in the commercial aircraft market as well, the Boeings and the Airbuses? And how's the financing, or do they even use financing? Is that a cash market? How's that
well, it's interesting you bring that up. My biggest competitor is cash. But no, we stick with the owner flown, and so basically single engine pistons, twin engine pistons, turboprops, and small jets.
Yeah, because the typical person who's buying a plane usually has some cash in the bank.
Right. I like how you said owner flown, because pretty much if they're flying it, or if they're an organization that has a pilot, or they have they're pilots, right, on planes, not captains. Captains are on a ship.
Captain is captain is a rank depending on the airline. Yeah, no, it's just a rank that different airline industries will use and stuff. So at least I believe that is.
We like those clients that have that passion and that vested interest in the airplane. So yeah, again, the owner flown market.
Owner flown.
Yes.
Now, are you part of the fly-ins that we see being held in Florida and other parts of the United States? And how do you share the aircraft service with pilots and other interested parties?
Yeah, we participate in as many fly-ins as we can. There's 3 major fly-ins across the country, one being here in Florida, which is Sun and Fun over in Lakeland, and that kind of kicks off the season in early March and April. And then there's a EAA Air Venture, which is the largest air show, general aviation, up in Wisconsin. And then you have the NBAA aviation show that transfers from Orlando to Las Vegas. However, then we do have these regionals locally that we try to participate in as many as we can. And as far as how we share the experience, we take great pride in the longevity of our company. National Aircraft Company's been in business since 1994, and more importantly, the expertise our team brings allows us to focus on the customer experience and be a true advocate to our clients throughout the process from A to Z.
Yeah, I didn't realize that the Sun and Fun in Lakeland was that big of an event, an aviation event. I didn't realize. Yeah, you just said 3 that were overall
the major ones.
Yeah, and
yes.
I didn't realize that was one of them.
And you'd be surprised on the amount of international travel that Sun and Fun welcomes.
So what makes aircraft lending unique? What does somebody who's walking into the bank and says, I'm ready to buy an aircraft, what's going to be different for them versus, what they expect when they're going in to buy a car or apply for a mortgage or something?
Well, I think one of the biggest unique factors in the aviation is the aircrafts are spread across the country. And so you have an individual in Florida, and I'm looking at an airplane that's in California. How do I do that? Am I going to go out and fly, see it, fly back home, And so that's where the expertise of the team and our experience and to be able to walk through the, the
Is
process.
it an inspection of the aircraft part of the purchase process?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Probably the most important part of the process.
Okay, because like you go get a mortgage, you get an appraisal. It's not necessarily an inspection, but with an aircraft, you're doing a full-blown inspection, a safety inspection to make sure it's flyable.
Absolutely.
I would think there would be an extensive warranty plan.
Yeah.
Well, that's on the sales side. They're providing the financing. So, Roy, let's throw it back over to you. I've read about your executive forum. Please share the history of this initiative and how our listeners can become part of that group.
Yeah, what I've found over the years, all of my good ideas really come from somebody else. But, the idea behind this, and we are a community bank, and for us, building the community is a big part of what we're all about. So one idea was, we do a lot of things with regard to direct support for the community, but one was, how do we support the business side, right? How do we create business-to-business opportunity, create networking? And one of our team members had the idea, and this is not really unique in the banking industry, but why don't we invite CEOs, 8 to 10 per month, into a luncheon, right? And not just CEOs, but community leaders and people that are impactful here in Tampa. Invite them to a lunch, and we'll purely facilitate a meeting to get to know them, right? And so it's a chance for them to tell their background, talk about their organization, what challenges they see ahead, what opportunities they see ahead. But beyond that, we did not want this to be a one-time event. So probably what's unique about this is the fact that once you come to lunch, you're a member. And you're a member of our alumni group. So over the course of the year, we invite dynamic speakers to come and talk to the entire group. We have a number of social events. We've had an event at the zoo. We had the top individual at the zoo come by and bring animals out to us, tell us what it takes to really run a zoo. That was really interesting. We had Michael Diamond, who's a lead investment banker in aviation, come down and speak to us, and that was very exciting. And most recently, we just had our holiday event at Palmacia, and that was just a social event. But it's awesome to hear the stories. You hear some incredible stories about success. We had a story about a gentleman that was from Cuba. He was actually in their army. They were over in Africa, if you remember that campaign. Jumped off the boat, found his way to the United States, and built an incredible manufacturing company down in South Florida. But we hear that all the time. So if you're down on America, you don't believe in innovation and growth, attend the executive forum and you'll see something different.
Very good discussion. Currently, again, talking with Roy Helwage, President and CEO of Pilot Bank, alongside Kevin Buckland, President of NAFCO and Executive Vice President of Pilot Bank. And again, they specialize in aircraft lending. And so if you're in the market to purchase an aircraft, you definitely want to talk with Kevin, and you can reach him at 863-513-1275. Again, 863-513-1275, or visit pilotbank.com for more information. You're listening to That Business Show with Jamie and Kelly, where business becomes show business.
Are you in need of new flooring or ready to tackle that home remodeling project? Then contact Yeager & Company Incorporated, a family-owned, state-certified general contracting business with over 70 years of experience and the recipient of the Angie's List Super Service Award for the last 8 years in multiple categories. Yeager & Company comes to you with their shop-at-home flooring sales service, and their hardwood flooring refinishing is the very best in the Bay. Kitchen and bath design featuring American-made, well-born cabinets, and all work is done by employees, not subcontractors. Learn more at YeagerFlooring.com.
If you've been following That Business Show on Facebook and Twitter, you may have noticed the quality of some of our images. That's because one of our sponsors is pro photographer Rick Taseda, a member of the Professional Photographers of America. You can view his extensive work by going to his website at ricktaseda.com or call him for an appointment to chat about your photography needs at 813-641-4757. That's 813-641-4757. Rick Taseda Visuals. Call him for your next event or project.
Savvy business owners utilize technology to connect with customers, communicate among teams, and collaborate with partners. Even with advances in technology, you all know it's not infallible. Where do you turn when your technology starts working against you? Who do you depend on to keep your team productive? Don't wait until your technology fails you. Get ahead of the crisis and contact the professionals at Alpha Computing Solutions so they can show you how to keep your technology running smoothly. Visit them online at www.alphacomputing.com.
Who doesn't have a smartphone these days? And of course, there's an app for everything. Well, almost everything. That's why the folks at Popcorn Apps started developing mobile applications. They saw people like you with genius ideas, unable to make those thoughts a reality. They develop applications for tens of thousands of dollars less than you'll find anywhere else, and will turn your idea into a reality in a matter of just a few months. Think you're not ready? Think again. They are your one-stop shop for mobile application development. See them at popcornapps.com with a K in popcorn, or call them at 727-415-6705 for your free consultation and pop your kernel of an idea into $1 million business and a world changer starting today. Did you know the biggest challenge business leaders face today is creating an engaged and productive workforce culture? Bill Meyer Ham Consulting wants to help you solve this challenge. They will help you transform your workforce culture to produce amazing business results. Call Bill Meyer Ham Consulting at 941-201-4650 today, or visit BillMeyerHam.com. That's BillMeyerHam.com. Have a conversation.
I knew Mom wanted to stay at home. It's the center of her family, her life. But helping Mom stay in her home while managing mine was just too much. Honestly, it wasn't just about me. Mom didn't want me to be her caretaker. She wanted me to be her daughter. I felt so alone until I found out about Home Instead Senior Care. When we met the people at Home Instead, we just knew they were different. The experience was personal. And most importantly, for Mom and me, I get to be her daughter again.
Home Instead Senior Care. To us, it's personal.
At Vein 911, we will help you feel great again. Do you have restless legs, night leg cramps, or ankle swelling? Restless legs, cramping, swelling, and tired heavy legs are often symptoms of hidden vein disease. You do not have to have visible bulging veins to have the symptoms of vein disease. The vein care specialists at Vein 911 are uniquely qualified to evaluate and treat your veins. Are you unhappy with your previous vein treatment? Vein 911 succeeds where others fail. Call Vein 911 today at 855-VEIN-911. That's 855-834-6911 to book your free consultation. Vein 911. We will help you feel great again.
From the Spectrum Traffic Center.
Problems now on northbound 275 just north of downtown Tampa. Crash blocking 2 to 3 lanes just north of I-4. And also we're seeing big delays in the southbound direction from Fowler Avenue now into downtown Tampa. Eastbound I-4, left lane still blocked just past Mango Road. That has traffic slow from I-75. Westbound I-4, slow from Plant City. See traffic problems? Call the injury firm of Abrahamson Uterick, Hillsborough Traffic Tip Line 866-545-9595.
This report is brought to you by the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation. Someone you know is suffering from Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis. They're dealing with excruciating pain and days when they won't be able to get out of bed. Help someone you know and support the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation of America at ccfa.org.
Today, mostly cloudy with light rain in the morning, then clearing in the afternoon, high 63. Tonight, mostly clear, low 45. Saturday, partly cloudy, high 71.
You're listening to That Business Show with Jamie and Kelly on 1250 Winds WHNZ. Missed a show? Then head over to TampaBayRadio.com, where all shows are available on demand. Once again, here are your hosts, Jamie and Kelly.
And welcome back to That Business Show with Jamie and Kelly, where business becomes show business. Talking about banking with Kevin Buckland, president of NAFCO and executive vice president of Pilot Bank, alongside Roy Helwig, president and CEO of Pilot Bank. Again, learn more at pilotbank.com.
Yeah, and I wanted to kind of give a shout out to Rita Lohman. I know she's not on camera or on the microphone with us this morning, but she's the COO of Pilot Bank and also now an author. So I want to say congratulations and kind of give a little shout out for her book signing coming up. She just released a great book, From the Farm to the Boardroom, on leadership lessons. Rita's story takes you on a journey of strength and tenacity and drive that has bucked the idea of a simple job and replaced it with a brilliant career. Inside, you'll discover 10 valuable lessons that will help you become a leader in your industry. So you definitely want to check this book out. She's got a book signing coming up on Saturday, December 17th from 3:30 to 5 at Three Birds Tavern, 1492 4th Street North, St. Petersburg. So if you'd like any additional information on that, you can always email us over at kw@edgebusiness.org. We can give you some additional information on that, and or contact us.
Form.
Yeah, through
contact
one of us.
form at tampabayradio.com as well. So yes,
Definitely
and
want to attend the book signing.
we also thank Rita and Pilot Bank for their support. They are sponsors of the Tampa Bay Business Owners. So again, we thank them for the support of the organization and thus this show as well.
And congratulations, Rita, on your new book. Congratulations.
So Roy, do you feel a change will take place in bank regulations with this new administration? I know over the last several years, the stuff like Dodd-Frank and other regulations have really hamstringed the banking industry. What do you see on the horizon?
Yeah, regulation for banking is a major issue, particularly for community banks. And, I always give this example. We have about 53 employees at Pilot Bank, right? And during a annual and safety and soundness exam, we had as many as 37 examiners, visit us. So we were joking with the Federal Reserve and our partners. We said, why not just send 53? We'll have one-on-one meetings, right? But I just wanted to give you kind of a perspective of how onerous it can be. I do want to reinforce we at Pilot Bank truly view our regulatory friends as partners. It's an important job that they do, and we think it's vital to the health of the banking industry. With regard to change, I truly believe we have the best opportunity that we've had in years to have real change in regulation. That said, the administration has a number of priorities that they've talked about. Corporate tax rates coming down is a key one. So I think it's important that the regulatory issues become front and center early. If that happens, I think we've got real opportunity for impactful change to the industry. What Rita does as chair of the Florida Bankers Association, that's been work that's been carried out for years. But we're cautiously optimistic that the regulatory environment can improve and will improve here over the next couple of years.
Now, does Pilot Bank do a lot of residential mortgage lending? Is that one of the products that Pilot Bank also offers?
No, and I think that's a great example of exactly how the additional regulation is backfired, right? So we did residential lending, and but we're a small bank, and so we had 2 or 3 originators. With the new Dodd-Frank laws relative to mortgage lending, it's become very onerous. It shifted more and more liability onto the bank. We looked at it very carefully, and the bottom line is the risk return for the bank just wasn't there. So we closed that. Yeah. And so that is a unfortunate outcome for our clients.
So how long has that been now that you haven't done mortgages?
It's been about a year.
Oh, has it? So just with all of the industry changes, it just doesn't make it worth, is the liability then? It's just
too much regulation.
That's exactly
just too much overhead.
Too much regulation. The disclosures, which are intended to be to the benefit of the client, are extremely complex to understand. If anything, I think it's made it more difficult. But if you make any error on that, the onus and liability can come back to the bank. So a lot of community banks, not just Pilot Bank, have exited that line of business.
So 2017 right around the corner. What do you see in the next year for Pilot Bank?
We see wonderful things. And, again, we talked about the market changing, but because we have such a unique platform, we've been able to attract capital, most importantly, as I mentioned, people. And then there are fewer and fewer community banks out there. So we still believe, and we see it every day, that the marketplace wants and demands true relationship banking. They want to be able to sit down with, Rita, myself, and Kevin, the decision makers. We provide that opportunity. So for us, we see a scenario where we truly believe we can double the bank in terms of total assets within about a 3-year period. We're about $245 million today. We think we can be close to $500 million within 3 years.
Well, a good discussion, and we appreciate the support of the program and also the support of the Tampa Bay community over at Pilot Bank. So Roy and Kevin and Rita off camera, thank you all so much for what you're doing for the community.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
And again, the gentleman and Rita with Pilot Bank, again, specializing also in aviation lending. So if you're in the market for a new plane, give Kevin a call at 863-513-1275, 863-513-1275. Visit pilotbank.com for more information. You're listening to That Business Show with Jamie and Kelly, where business becomes show business.
Hi, I'm Kelly Ham from Bill Meyer Ham Consulting. Did you know that one of the biggest challenges that leaders face is getting their employees to be engaged, motivated, and producing amazing business results? At Bill Meyer Ham Consulting, we'll help you transform your workforce culture from one that might be underperforming, maybe mediocre, to achieving amazing business results. You see, we realize that your workforce culture is equally as important as your business plan and your business strategy. The two must be aligned in order for you to reach your desired business and financial goals.
Carol,
hey Jim.
I just got this plan that could really help with our process here.
Okay, why don't you just have a seat and let's go over it.
Let us help you transform your workforce culture by leveraging your most important assets, your people. I want to know what's going on in your organization. Let us help you transform your workforce culture. Let's have a conversation.
I feel guilty that I can't always be there when Mom feels stuck at home. She was always there for us. But now she can't get out, and I'm not always available to take her places. Someone else needs to help her get around. Then I learned about Home Instead. Now Mom can do what she enjoys because her personal caregiver is there, and I can just be a daughter again.
Are you struggling to care for your loved one? We can help. Home Instead Senior Care. To us, it's personal.
Hampton, New York, Hillsborough traffic tip line 866-545-9595.
This report is brought to you by Think It Up.
Hi, I'm Nick Jonas, and I'm here to tell you about Think It Up, a new initiative to activate student-powered, teacher-led learning projects. Students and teachers, how can you spark great learning experiences in your classrooms today? Join us at thinkitup.org.
1250 winds, weather center forecast. Look for a few morning scattered showers, cloudy and windy today. We'll see the high only reach the low 60s, mid-40s tonight, 30s to the north. Weekend getting into the upper 60s near 70 tomorrow, mid-upper 70s Sunday. Impact Radio 1250 winds, WHNZ.
You're listening to That Business Show with Jamie and Kelly on 1250 Winds WHNZ. Missed a show? Then head over to TampaBayRadio.com, where all shows are available on demand. Once again, here are your hosts, Jamie and Kelly.
And welcome back to That Business Show with Jamie and Kelly, where business becomes show business. If you're finding us on the air for the first time, we're here Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. on Tampa Bay's 1250 Winds WHNZ, and the video stream is available over at TampaBayRadio.com. That video stream is then uploaded to our YouTube channel in high definition by the hour, and so if you would help us subscribe to the YouTube channel, we would greatly appreciate it. As also find us all across social media, Facebook.com/That Business Show. We got around 4,500 likes or so we would appreciate it if you would extend a like to the program if you actually do like the program. I don't actually need to like it if you don't like us.
Of course they like the program.
But if you're listening, then you must like us. So that's just, a logical thought right there. I mean, if they're listening, they must like it, right?
That would be the
Do you find yourself listening
logical
do you find yourself listening to stuff that you don't like?
No.
I do, though, sometimes. It's a little bit strange. I don't know what it is, especially television programs. I'll leave on a program that I really can't stand, and I don't know what it is, why I'm watching it. But sometimes I am attracted to stuff that I don't like. I think I'm trying to find out what it is I don't like about it.
Yeah, no, I don't think I have that problem.
So, nonetheless, we do ask that you like the page, Facebook.com/That Business Show. And also, you can find us on Twitter now under That Biz Show. And also, we got a new site up, thatbusinessshow.com, where all the audios are available easily on demand and shareable. So, if you've been on the program before, we'd like you to go over to thatbusinessshow.com, search for your name in the search box, which is in the upper part of the site, and then share the program across Facebook and Twitter or LinkedIn or wherever it is that you like to do your social media promotions. And so getting to the end of the year, Kelly, let's do kind of just a recap of, where we're going in 2017, a little bit about, where we've been in 2016 here. So how has 2016 turned out for you? What are you looking forward to in 2017?
It's been a good year. It's having started businesses in 2013, and I can't believe it was like we're at the end of 2016 already. But, looking back over the last few years of building the organization, I definitely, feel like each year we've grown even further, and we're in a good place. I don't know. I'm all about not having regrets and really going after everything that we set forth to go after. So it's nice to look at your goals at the beginning of the year, and then kind of now reflecting back from the year, and kind of being pretty proud of yourself and where you're at and what you've done. So looking good, and each year just gets better. So I'm looking forward to next year as well. I can't believe the year's almost over.
People always say that's one of those cliche statements. It's like, it's the same 24 hours every day. It's the end of the year, and this time next year you're going to be saying the same thing.
No, and I guess that's one of the reasons too. I can't imagine if I had not accomplished and done what I wanted to do, because for those people that kind of look back and say, "Oh my goodness, I didn't do anything I wanted to do, and I was going to try to start this business, and I was going to try to do this, but there's just no time." That would make me crazy. You can't allow time to kind of pass you by that way.
There's never a good time to do anything, or a perfect time, I should say, to do anything. You just got to act upon it eventually. Yes.
And time goes so fast that if you start something today, before you know it, the year will pass and you'll be a year into it. But I think too, when you're so busy and you have so much going on and you're working so hard and diligently to pursue your goals and dreams, that time goes even faster. Because you don't have time to really sit and think about it. It's just gone.
I wrote a blog post yesterday. I do a recap after each show. Tampa Bay Radio blog.com is the website for that. I post some of my own writings here once in a great while on there. I need to start doing that a little bit more. And so in 2017,
you've done a great job with that, though. That's amazing that you write that much. Like, what do you have time to write all of that?
I am just a natural writer. It's one of my skills, and I really churn out the stuff pretty quickly. If you put a little bit more time into it, I think they could be a lot better. But I don't know. I'm just a natural writer. It's one of my passions. I was voted.
You do great with that.
Yeah, I was voted best writer back in my high school class in the county. No, I was runner-up best writer for the county, and wrote a number of different short stories. I used to do poetry, of all things, too, but I don't do poetry anymore. I feel weird. That was back in my life where I had more emotions and stuff than I do now. I'm much more of a logical, linear thinker than I used to be.
Yeah, I don't see you writing poetry for some reason.
But and that's one thing I love about the relationship that we have here with your magazine, because I'm going to be a contributing writer to the Edge Business Magazine, and so every day after the program, Tampa Bay Radio blog.com, I write a recap of the program. Up until this past Monday, I combined them into one big blog, and so I had the entire show written up. Starting this past Monday, I've been breaking them up, and so each segment or each guest gets an individual write-up with where their links are to different sites, different events that they promoted, takeaways from the discussion. And I did a piece yesterday, though, on be willing to sacrifice who you are for who you will become. And that's, I think, a centerpiece to the way that I think is that advancement only occurs when you step outside of your safety zone. You got to get, outside of the comfort zone, I should say. And I shared a story of, where I was and where I went to. And, still, even looking ahead, I've always got to be mindful of being willing to sacrifice what I have now, get out of the comfort zone, and then move forward. But, in 2006, I worked for Mosaic. I worked industry job. I was a college dropout. Went back to school in 2005 through their tuition reimbursement program. But I was a 12-hour rotating shift worker working in the phosphate industry. Just very unhappy where I was, and so I took advantage of the tuition reimbursement and started going back to school. So for that first year, I was a full-time employee and also going to school. And then in 2006, a layoff was announced, and it was the fourth major layoff that I had seen in the industry. And I'd heard from all the union guys that it's a cyclical industry. There's going to be a lot of ups and downs throughout their career. And I said, this is not the environment that I want to be in. And so
that's a lot of stress of just the anticipation. Am I going to get laid off this month? Is it going to happen to me today?
As a matter of fact, when I first entered the phosphate industry when I was 20 years old, I went and bought a brand new Jeep because I was getting all these hours and I was making all this money. And 6 weeks later, I got laid off. Yeah. So here I am stuck with a brand new Jeep, and that's when I learned. I shared a story the other day about what it meant to be upside down. And
right.
So nonetheless, It was the fourth layoff that I had seen, and my job wasn't even on the chopping block. But I went to the HR department and I said, I am willing to go ahead and leave the company. I'll take like the severance package that you're offering. I negotiated the tuition reimbursement, where I didn't have to pay that back because you had to remain at the company for a few years before they would forgive that. And then I left and I got a real estate license. Actually, my first step was getting a mortgage broker license. And I didn't do anything with that. And then I went ahead and got a real estate license and got into the world of real estate without any experience, any industry connections, any knowledge there whatsoever. And I multiplied my income by about 2 times the first year, and then up to 5 or 6 times what I was making. But it was all about stepping outside the comfort zone.
Yeah, you definitely have to. Sometimes, it takes a little level of uncertainty because, you really just have to focus on your beliefs and yourself. You have to be hopeful and just listen to you. A lot of times, unfortunately, people, they are too overtaken by society, the parents, spouses, friends, and everyone telling them they can't do something. When in all actuality, they could have every...
There's a good line related to that. Be mindful of people that say that you can't do something because it's oftentimes they're reflecting upon themselves. And when they think that something cannot be done because they cannot do it, they're going to tell you that you can't do it.
Well, and actually, whenever someone tells you that or anyone gives you advice about anything, they're giving you advice based on their experiences and how their life has been and what they see to be true for them at that period. So it has nothing to do with you. They're giving you advice solely on their experience and what they think is possible. It has nothing to do with the person asking for advice. So
yeah, and I had made a commitment to myself. My main motivation in wanting to leave Mosaic at the time was I just wanted to be independent. Whether I was going to make a lot of money or a little bit of money, I just didn't want to work for somebody else. And I made a commitment to myself that I was not going to go back and work for somebody else. I was going to go into real estate because it's a fairly easy business to get into. It's not It's not easy to survive in it, but it's definitely easy to get a real estate license and call yourself a real estate agent and be a business owner. And so I did that, but I had made a commitment to myself that I wasn't going to go back and work for anybody else. And so had that not worked, my plan B was to sell everything that I had and get a bike, and I was just going to ride across the country, and I was going to write my novels because that is still on the horizon in my lifetime, is to write a novel. And so I've got some story ideas because, as you see here, I like to write, and so that's definitely on the horizon.
Yeah, I do as well. Unfortunately, when you are as busy as we are, it's hard to take as much time as you'd like to. I mean, yes, you do in the blogs, I do in the magazine, we do in the different capacities that we have, but not necessarily in terms of novels, which hopefully we both will be able to take the time in the future to work on. But yeah. No.
Whenever you enter a new business, though, it's important to get a mentor, and I was fortunate to find a mentor in the Coldwell Banker office that I joined in 2007, and she was a top producing real estate agent. I learned the craft of selling bank-owned properties, and after that, went on to become a top real estate agent with Coldwell Banker on the national level. Been in the top 10 3 times now, and also on the Wall Street Journal list for top 100 brokers across the country, and that's in just homes sold, typically average 200 to 250 units. And that's how the radio show all came about, was the Jamie Maloney Real Estate Show, which launched in September 2013. And altogether, I've been produced over 600 different shows now. We're vastly coming up upon 100 weeks of That Business Show. As a matter of fact, the last week of this year is week 100 of That Business Show. And that doesn't include I think I did like 70 weeks, 60 to 70 weeks of the Jamie Maloney Real Estate Show. And that was just once a week, Mondays at noon before that. But then on February 2nd, 2015, we launched That Business Show. And it's been a tremendous ride. It's opened up new areas of business. And also, again, I sacrificed who I was for who I will become, because I was making a good living in real estate. There was no reason to rock the boat and try something else. But I, then decided to get behind the microphone and really push the envelope and start, not just do a show on real estate where I was in here trying to sell myself every single day. Those types of shows drive me crazy. I wanted to do something of value and give back to the community and to develop a business out of it. And that's what the catalyst of That Business Show is and was. And then Tampa Bay business owners and Chris comes along and says, hey, let's partner up. This is a good fit. And then the synergy that exists with you and I in the magazine and your community, it just continues to grow. And I link it to, it's sort of like, with going to the gym every single day. If you commit to your business in the same way, growth has to occur. You can't go into the gym every single day and bench press and work out and not make some type of an advancement. Same thing with business. If you keep moving forward, if it's about how much you can take and keep moving forward from a rocky 6. Growth will have.
Yeah,
you
the
just got to
results,
step outside of the comfort zone.
Yeah, you will see the results. You just patience, and every successful business person that I have had the opportunity of interviewing or have talked to over the years, it's all about patience and perseverance. Even Nick Friedman, co-founder of College Hunks, Hauling Junk, earlier this week was talking. Just another one that reiterated how important patience and perseverance is. And one of the other things too that so many people tried to tell me early on was, you have a year. We'll give you a year. You make this happen in a year. It has to be profitable. Make it happen. You can't put time restraints on anything. Just like we just said, yes, the results are going to happen. If you don't quit and you never give up, you're going to get where you're going eventually. But there's no set time record. We have no control over all the circumstances and all, everything that happens. So it's just patience. And, you think you can have every plan for something to happen in a year, but it may not be a year. It may take you 18 months. It may take you 24. But you don't stop. You keep going, and you'll ultimately get there. So no time restraints.
So good discussion here on this early Friday morning on That Business Show. Got to take a break here, but coming back from the break, we'll talk about some of the resources and some of the upcoming events that we have at the Tampa Bay Business Owners, and also some resources on how you can use this program to benefit your business in 2017. So please stay tuned. You're listening to That Business Show with Jamie and Kelly, where business becomes show business.
What's up, business rock stars? Are you ready to bring out the CEO in you? Join Julianne Nichols, CEO of Focus on You Strategy, every other Friday on That Business Show. She'll be talking with other chief entrepreneurial officers about how they grew their businesses. Remember, you could join the conversation at Focus on You Strategies Focus Fridays Facebook group at facebook.com/groups/Focus Fridays. That's facebook.com/groups/Focus Fridays. Be the CEO of you. Did you know the biggest challenge business leaders face today is creating an engaged and productive workforce culture? Bill Meyer Ham Consulting wants to help you solve this challenge. They will help you transform your workforce culture to produce amazing business results. Call Bill Meyer Ham Consulting at 941-201-4650 today, or visit BillMeyerHam.com. That's BillMeyerHam.com. Have a conversation.
I knew Mom wanted to stay at home. It's the center of her family, her life. But helping Mom stay in her home while managing mine was just too much. Honestly, it wasn't just about me. Mom didn't want me to be her caretaker. She wanted me to be her daughter. I felt so alone until I found out about Home Instead Senior Care. When we met the people at Home Instead, we just knew they were different. The experience was personal. And most importantly, for Mom and me, I get to be her daughter again.
Home Instead Senior Care. To us, it's personal.
At Vein 911, we will help you feel great again. Do you have restless legs, night leg cramps, or ankle swelling? Restless legs, cramping, swelling, and tired heavy legs are often symptoms of hidden vein disease. You do not have to have visible bulging veins to have the symptoms of vein disease. The vein care specialists at Vein 911 are uniquely qualified to evaluate and treat your veins. Are you unhappy with your previous vein treatment? Vein 911 succeeds where others fail. Call Vein 911 today at 855-VEIN-911. That's 855-834-6911 to book your free consultation. Vein 911. We will help you feel great again. If you've been following That Business Show on Facebook and Twitter, you may have noticed the quality of some of our images. That's because one of our sponsors is pro photographer Rick Taseda, a member of the Professional Photographers of America. You can view his extensive work by going to his website at ricktaseda.com or call him for an appointment to chat about your photography needs at 813-641-4757. That's 813-641-4757. Rick Taseda Visuals. Call him for your next event or project.
Savvy business owners utilize technology to connect with customers, communicate among teams, and collaborate with partners. Even with advances in technology, you all know it's not infallible. Where do you turn when your technology starts working against you? Who do you depend on to keep your team productive? Don't wait until your technology fails you. Get ahead of the crisis and contact the professionals at Alpha Computing Solutions so they can show you how to keep your technology running smoothly. Visit them online at www.alphacomputing.com.
Who doesn't have a smartphone these days? And of course, there's an app for everything. Well, almost everything. That's why the folks at Popcorn Apps started developing mobile applications. They saw people like you with genius ideas, unable to make those thoughts a reality. They develop applications for tens of thousands of dollars less than you'll find anywhere else, and will turn your idea into a reality in a matter of just a few months. Think you're not ready? Think again. They are your one-stop shop for mobile application development. See them at popcornapps.com with a K in popcorn, or call them at 727-415-6705 for your free consultation and pop your kernel of an idea into $1 million business and a world changer starting today.
Overturned vehicle on northbound 275 just north of downtown Tampa has 3 lanes blocked. Only the right lane is getting by there with the merge from I-4. Traffic slow from before Howard Avenue. Also, we're seeing big delays on southbound 275 from Fletcher Avenue into downtown Tampa, and still have that crash on eastbound I-4 just east of Mango Road blocking the left-hand lane. See traffic problems? Call the injury firm of Abrahamson Uterick Hillsborough Traffic Tip Line 866-545-9595.
This report is brought to you by Think It Up.
Hi, I'm Nick Jonas, and I'm here to tell you about Think It Up, a new initiative to activate student-powered, teacher-led learning projects. Students and teachers, how can you spark great learning experiences in your classrooms today? Join us at thinkitup.org.
Today, mostly cloudy with light rain in the morning, then clearing in the afternoon, high 63. Tonight, mostly clear, low 45. Saturday, partly cloudy, high 71.
You're listening to That Business Show with Jamie and Kelly on 1250 Wins WHNZ. Missed a show? Then head over to TampaBayRadio.com, where all shows are available on demand. Once again, here are your hosts, Jamie and Kelly.
Hey, welcome back to That Business Show with Jamie and Kelly, where business becomes show business. Talking about ways you can use the Tampa Bay business owners in this radio show, in this segment for 2017 to help develop your business. You can start with just coming onto the program. It's $250 to come in here for a 20-minute interview, and you get the video of the proceedings in high definition. You've got the audio you can use for a podcast or put it up onto your site. You get the photography shot by Rick Talceda in here. You're going to get some short video clips that we put on social media. It's really probably worth a heck of a lot more than $250, and you get exposed to anywhere between 3,000 and 5,000 listeners, live during the show, and also a lot more when we start sharing it across social media. Just some of those little short video clips, for instance, Kelly, will get 500 to 2,000 views in of themselves.
Yeah, it's amazing how much those spread. How do they say it? Like wildfire.
Yes, sometimes they'll go semi-viral and not necessarily viral. Never had one go viral yet, but on a local level, we've the lady from the MyLoop app the other day, hers hit 5,000 views.
Wow.
She's the new record holder, and the other one was like 3,000 after hers. But it really depends on your network of people. I mean, they're without any type of an engagement, they'll get about 200 or 300 views. But then when people start sharing it and liking it, that really takes off. And
I need to get better even sharing all of our stuff on Facebook. I have been so bad about that. I've been better at posting and trying to have a presence and put our stuff out there, but I could be doing a lot more. But it's hard to keep up with all these social platforms, like we talk about all through the week, like with and even talking with.
Yeah, and you're the guest, get the guide, the interview. It's all about your business and what it is that you do, or whatever topic is that you would like to accentuate during the discussion, and then it's repurposed all across social media as well as multiple podcasting sites from iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, and so the exposure is tremendous, and the value of the material that you get to keep is in and of itself worth the $250 charge to come in here. So if you'd like to come onto the program, tbsinterview.com. Again, tbsinterview.com. There's a lot of FAQs over there on the website as well.
Yeah, and if people are bad like me about posting their own stuff, then we do that for them.
And we even offer a rebate on the $250, the membership fee for Tampa Bay business owners, which is a $250 startup fee, and either $59 a month or $595 annually. We'll rebate the $250 back to you towards that startup fee, and then you can join the Tampa Bay business owners for just $59 a month or $595 for the years and save a couple of payments. Plus, we'll put you on the radio again another time or two throughout the year, because radio show is one of the benefits of the Tampa Bay business owners now. And to learn more about that at tbbo.org as well as tampabayradio.com. Some events coming up around the corner. On the 15th, we have a TBBO workshop, driving traffic via podcasting and live streaming. And so Chris, along with a panel of experts, experts, including myself, are going to be hosting this on the 15th at the iHeart radio station. And so that'll be in the afternoon on the 15th. And so we're going to have Dave Jackson, who is an expert podcaster and also works at Libsyn. And they'll be talking about how to, again, drive traffic to your business through podcasting. And I'll be speaking on the benefits of live video streaming, which is just another component that we utilize on this program each and every morning. And then mark your calendars for January 23rd, the second annual That Business Show Awards Dinner, which is going to be held at the new Brown Glazer Family JCC, located at 522 North Howard Avenue from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Tickets are available right now, and we'll be announcing the nominees for the awards on January 9th.
Yeah,
and so looking forward to that as well.
Yeah, it's coming up. It'll be here again. It'll be here before you know it. And before you know it, we will be announcing all of the nominees and then pretty much preparing for the show. It's just, it's crazy. I'm going to say it again. Time goes so fast.
Sponsorship opportunities are available for the show as well. You can pick up a table for $1,200 and be a sponsor of the program, and that includes 10 tickets to it. So that's $120 a ticket. You can sell some of those tickets back to people that you want to attend the event with, and then you get the sponsor recognition at the event, and you're going to get a vendor table at the networking reception held prior to the event outside in the room.
And we still need a main sponsor, a presenting sponsor for the event.
Yeah.
And let's talk about all of those benefits of that.
Oh, the presenting sponsor of the event. If we put your name on the show card as a presenting sponsor, which will also go on the show cards of all the different guests, you'll get exposed to over 100,000 people.
Yeah, that's through social media.
Social media last year went viral.
Print,
It literally went crazy last year with all the guests sharing their show cards. And so, yes, if you like brand recognition, then reach out to us for that.
So, yeah. And hopefully that should, we'll find one of those very soon. So.
Yep. And we'll be promoting that much more starting next week. Again, with the nominees announcements on the 9th, the ticket sales will go very quickly. Ticket sales are individual as well at tbbo.org/awards. You can pick them up for $59 as a TBBO member and $69 for non-members, and it'll include a fun evening, awards show style dinner, and just a great networking opportunity as well. So pick up tickets over at tbbo.org/awards. Well, we got to wrap up another great program. Kelly, a good discussion here. Yeah. We can always fill the time with something, can't we?
Absolutely, and it's great to think that hopefully we're inspiring others, and we are here to help and assist in any way we can. So get involved and stop putting things off.
That is the mission and vision of the program, to inspire you, the listener, to start your own business, get involved with that organization, or do something it is that you did not think that you can do. The mission of That Business Show. Learn more at TampaBayRadio.com and also now at ThatBusinessShow.com, where all the audios are easily available, on demand, and searchable. And if you're a past guest on the program, please go to ThatBusinessShow.com and share your program. There is a search box in the upper part of the page, and you can find your name by that. I hope everybody has a great weekend. Be sure to tune in again Monday morning at 7 a.m. to That Business Show with Jamie and Kelly, where business becomes show business.